dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl
Sierra Nicole.
We're back on the channel with another segment of some more crime and criminals. Today, we got 4 criminals who showed no remorse in court. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. For you to be a criminal that can show no remorse, just shows how sick you are. And it's a lot.
It's a lot of people like that.
A majority of them, like, that do some heinous stuff, they'll never show remorse. Because, you know what? A lot of them don't think they did anything wrong or even feel that they're guilty. They feel like they're the ones that are the target. That's weird, bro. But, also, if we get into this video, if she don't talk as much, especially on this one, because we might be combating or discussing some things in this one. Yeah. Unfortunately, she's under the weather right now, so hopefully...
Very much so.
Hopefully she gets better soon. If not, well, if y'all see this video, we don't know when this video comes out. 9 times out of 10, she might be feeling better now by the time y'all see this. But as we're recording this, and if y'all see these shirts right now, she's not feeling well.
Right.
So, with that being said, we ain't gonna hold y'all, man. Make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go, man. If you want to further support, you gotta do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure y'all lock it in with a thumbs up for us. But with that being said, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about, y'all.
This is Ronnie O'Neal. He is a double murder suspect in Riverview, Florida.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn or not.
O'Neal was 29 when he faded.
I'm sorry, Mom, already laughing at him because I remember this. And I was just like, bro, you know how sick this man was?
Himself?
Yeah, you remember this was one?
Yeah, I remember it, but I thought he may have had an attorney, but he just wanted to.
He represented himself.
Play around with y'all, goddamn or not.
O'Neal was 29 when he fatally shot his then-girlfriend Kenyatta Barron. Following this, he murdered their own daughter by striking her multiple times with a hatchet. She was only 9 years old. O'Neal also stabbed their 8-year-old son before pouring gasoline all over the house and setting it on fire. O'Neal was arrested upon fleeing the burning house. The son was able to escape but was critically wounded and suffered from burns. The first 911 call on the incident was from the girlfriend who was heard screaming before suddenly hanging up. 8 minutes later, another call came in from O'Neal.
911, what is your emergency?
Hey, I just been attacked by some white demons inside Kiki. Kiki, her name is Kiki, and she tried to kill me.
What's she at?
Huh?
After the arrest, O'Neal was psychologically cleared to represent himself in court. During the trial, he cross-examined his now 11-year-old son, who he stabbed, to which the son explained everything that happened.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes,
I did. And how did I hurt you?
you stabbed me.
O'Neal also accused the prosecution of fabricating evidence.
Because he's playing a fraudulent damn recording of me beating Kenyatta Barron. I did kill Kenyatta Barron.
After O'Neal was found guilty at his sentencing, the judge went on to say this was the worst case she's ever seen.
This is the worst case ever in my life, and I have seen some horrors.
He also stated that he was not sorry for what he did.
I am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did do.
O'Neal was given a total of 3 life sentences plus 90 years without parole. And for O'Neal's son, he was adopted by the detective who cared for him the night of the murders.
Yeah, I did see he got adopted by him. I saw that not too long ago. But That man is crazy, bro. I didn't know that much detail. I knew some like some of the details because this is very recent.
Yeah, I just seen the clips from like the courtroom, him like screaming and doing all those antics, but I didn't like know the details of the story.
Well, I knew the detail. I knew he had killed the mom. I knew he had attempted to kill the son.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he had killed the daughter, but I didn't know how he had killed the daughter.
Wow.
And then it's even more detailed because it's very gruesome. The whole situation is very gruesome. He tried to set the house on fire, almost then tried to make it seem like he was the one who got attacked. Mm-hmm. And to be real, it's a possibility if the son had passed that he possibly could have got away with it. Because it kind of reminded me of the situation that happened in Memphis. Mm-hmm. But that was way gruesome. Yeah. Way more. But it's still kind of the same situation. Yeah. Because he went in, he thought he had killed everyone in the house, the one in Memphis. But he, the Jesse Dawson situation, but he stabbed one of his kids in the head, but the kid survived. Yeah. And, we had seen
I know
him
about
do
that
it.
story.
Yeah. And he recently did an interview with the surviving son. But this situation, then the fact that you can just sit there and talk to the son know you, he gonna have those memories forever.
Yeah, that's so sad.
And it's your own dad. Yeah. That's the crazy part about it.
Detective who cared for him the night of the murders. This is Randall Moore. He is facing 3 life sentences for crimes against his former wife, Therese Ann Lynch. Lynch had left her husband and filed a protective order against him. This resulted in Moore kidnapping and killing his estranged wife. Officer Todd Rowland responded to the cries from the apartment, where he was then shot and wounded.
Okay, 303 Adams been hit, officer down. Suspect's armed with 20 shells. Advises nobody come to the door as he will shoot again.
Shortly after, Moore had a phone call with a 911 dispatcher. Listen as he explains his motives.
I didn't want to do any of this.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, all I wanted was my son. I just wanted to see my 7-month-old baby. That's all I cared about.
Not long after, Moore surrendered, and for Officer Rowland, he underwent surgery for his hand. As the verdict is read out, Moore gives nothing but a slight nod.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of kidnapping in the first degree. Guilty of sexual abuse in the first degree. Guilty of attempt to commit murder.
At Moore's sentencing, Lynch's mother gives a victim impact statement.
What you did to my daughter, Therese Ann Marie Lynch, was evil, hateful, and despicable. You are now dead and rotting and repulsive to me.
Read the journal she wrote. She hated you.
Thank you, Judge.
She hated you.
Thank you.
You're a loser.
Moore refused to apologize for his actions, saying he had no remorse for what happened.
And I'll tell you point blank, I have not 1 ounce of remorse for Therese Ann's death. It could have all been prevented. All you had to do is let me see my kid. Now you're never going to see her again.
But now comes the judge.
If anybody didn't know what a piece of work you were before you start talking, they know it now. The court doesn't allow me to punish you any more than I'm doing now. If I could, I would.
Moore was given a total of 3 life sentences plus 25 years for the attempted murder. This...
I never knew about that situation, but if you care so much about your son, you don't take away the mom.
Yeah.
Because now the son gonna eventually grow up and figure out what happened in the whole situation. You're going to hurt your son even later on in life. Mm-hmm. When he found out the reason why his dad is in jail and he had to grow up without the mom and dad and the reason why his mom is gone.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Like, you don't care. Like, everything, that's all selfish.
Facts.
And like, it's so selfish to the point where, because if you truly cared about your son, you'd be like, okay, we're going to figure out a better way where I'm able to see my child.
Him and...
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take you away because then that can be detrimental to my child.
Yeah.
So certain situations are just crazy and stupid. Oh, you want?
No.
Okay.
Keith Ferguson from Kalkaska, Michigan. He was set to court for 12 felony counts, including kidnapping and murder.
You. Okay. Well.
Ferguson, who was 40 at the time, was engaged in a divorce argument with his wife, Tiffany Ferguson, when he began to suddenly beat her, followed by fatally shooting her in front of their 4 children. He then hauled the children over to Tiffany's parents' house, where he fatally shot his father-in-law. After fleeing the scene, Ferguson stormed a nearby house, taking the owner hostage, and barricaded himself inside the home. After a 7-hour standoff, Ferguson was arrested.
The defendant has already murdered multiple people, and fled, and has taken hostages.
During Ferguson's court appearance, his attitude and remorse towards the situation baffled everyone.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, can I get you to stand up there at the podium, please? All right, I need to have you raise your right hand for me. Okay, all right.
Pull me back my
Okay, stop.
At his sentencing, Tiffany's best friend gives a victim impact statement, saying she always felt that Keith would hurt his wife.
I knew one day you would kill her. She would always reply, he loves his kids too much. He won't kill me. He loved them so much, he murdered their mother and grandfather.
When asked about his children, Ferguson never desired to see or speak to them again. The judge responded by saying,
"You may not meet the clinical definition of insanity, but there's clearly something fundamentally wrong with you."
Ferguson was given a life sentence without the possibility of parole.
See y'all in hell.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Ooh.
My goodness.
And my thing is, at some point, somewhere, do y'all like kind of see a possibility of somebody going to this level?
Oh, you see
like
signs.
Yeah.
Obviously so, especially in this situation, because like the friend, her statement, if, with her saying that she like warned, like he's going to eventually, or I always knew that something would happen, but she always denounced it like he loved his kids too much. Sometimes you gotta,
you gotta love yourself.
You gotta read those signs and take your kids out of the situation. Because I never trust nobody that much to be like,
Fact.
Because you just never know what'll make somebody snap, regardless of how much they love you or their kids.
And to the fact that
or how much they say that they love you or their kids, rather I should say.
And then to the fact that you had to you killed her. Then
took the kids over to the grandparents' house and killed the grandfather
in front of them. In front of the kids. And then you took a whole house hostage that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
For 7 hours.
Just because.
Right? 7 hours, I believe.
But just because they are there. Right?
So sad. Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, let goes.
Is Michael Swanson, who was 17 when he went on a killing spree of 2 Iowa gas station attendees in the span of an hour.
Where did you shoot? On the body? Yeah. And in the face? In the face? Okay. Why the face? I thought I was just gonna shoot to injure her. Why would I shoot her at all?
Swanson entered a gas station in Algano, Iowa, in a ski mask.
Well, that is true. If I'm just trying to shoot to injure, I ain't gonna shoot you at all. Cause why? Like if, and that's why I be thinking some people's thought process is.
But anyway,
because when you shoot somebody, like what you just shooting for? To shoot somebody. If you shoot somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's automatically attempted murder, so if you're going to shoot, you might as well. That's
crazy, though, regardless of whatever thought process.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
He said if I was going to shoot her at all, I'm not just going to shoot to injure her. I'm going to shoot her, so I shot her in the face.
Okay.
Swanson entered a gas station in Algano, Iowa, in a ski mask and a handgun, demanding cash and cigarettes from 47-year-old Vicky Bowman Hall. Despite following the request without hesitation, Swanson still shot and killed her. An hour later in Humboldt, Iowa, Swanson repeated the same act in another gas station, this time killing Sheila Myers. He was arrested 60 miles away from the shooting when authorities identified his vehicle. With both victims following his request but were killed anyways, it indicated that murder was Swanson's primary goal.
How did it feel when you pulled the trigger? I mean, some people say that, it feels powerful or that it's kind of a rush, or what did you feel when you pulled the trigger? I feel powerful.
Swanson was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of burglary. All allegations of Swanson's motives were answered by himself.
I then intentionally, deliberately, and with premeditation shot the clerk, causing her to die. I did this with a specific intent to kill her.
Now, as one of the victim's daughters gives a victim impact statement, Swanson sits completely emotionless.
How could you do what you did to my mom and my family? I want to know if you're even sorry. Are you sorry for what you did? My mom was not only completely 100% innocent, but she was also a defenseless woman when you came in with that gun. You said you did it for cigarettes and money and so no one could identify you, but I think that's a lie. You did it, as you later said on, that it was so you could feel powerful.
As Swanson was sentenced, he smiled and laughed.
Cold-blooded murder.
Wow.
Cold-blooded murder, young man.
Wow.
You are dangerous. You are unpredictable. Prison for the rest of your life.
Swanson was given 2 life sentences, and 4 years into his sentence, he slit another inmate's throat.
Oh, shit.
I don't know why in my head, I was like, when they was reading it, he laughing and he doing.
He crazy.
I said, he go to prison and he go continue to do what he doing.
But I'll say this. I'll say this. His situation, even the crime he committed, it wasn't never to rob for cigarettes or money. It was so he can kill.
So he could kill.
His motive was to kill.
Just to kill.
Everything
to kill,
else was just
whatever.
He had a dire feeling to kill.
Yeah.
And it gave him a adrenaline rush when he did the first one, so he wanted to do it again.
And who knows if they didn't catch him 60 miles away, if he would have found another one and did it again.
But the thing is, because he was still fiending for it, that's the reason why he tried to kill in prison. My thing is, if you take away weapons and bare hands with another individual who probably on the same mindset as you, who will win? Because some people are weak if they don't have something. Yeah. Some people can't if they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of them that's like this are very weak individuals unless they have something they can overpower you with. Yeah. So, or even with the inmate, could he possibly caught the inmate off guard and slit him?
Who knows?
You're not, but I'm saying like in a fair fight, because if you realize both victims were women. Yeah. I highly doubt he would have possibly pulled that on a man, and a man was able to draw his gun on him as well. Because a lot of them probably would have froze up. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But I don't know. He already.
I don't even feel like it was like I feel like regardless that night if it was, unless he know. Normally, if it's like a store or something he go to, he may know that, you know. Yeah. Most would, but
he probably knew the area.
If it was something random, then I feel like he still would have still did it regardless. Because who knows? I don't know people's mindsets when they doing this stuff. But he did say it was premeditated. But I don't know if it was just premeditated in that moment. Yeah. You know, like, okay, I'm about to say what I want and then just still. Yeah. No,
I think he left the house with that on his mind to go kill some people. And like you said, he possibly knew the area. He probably went to those gas stations before and knew they only have one attendant, and typically it's a woman. So he probably already had
sick regardless or whatever. Like, people weird.
Yes. All these individuals, 4 individuals, very weird, very crazy, very something wrong with them deep down. Probably been shown signs and people sweep things under the rug. Yeah. And I don't know, man. They probably never have showed emotions for a long time. I don't know, man. These sick, bro. But y'all spam us up. Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, man. But as always, y'all know how it go. I do go by the name DJ Kid. This is we are y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me.